Is your goal this season to look more put together? I am all for it. And today I am going to coach on how to look and feel more put together when you get dressed. Hello and welcome to Style Office Hours. This one is going to be short and sweet. It is going to be about looking and feeling put together when you get dressed. Put together is something I hear or read from clients or from followers at least every single day. I am not kidding. I want to look more put together. How can I look more put together? Does this make me look put together? Put together is this idea that we think once we figure it out, all of our style struggles will be solved. And on one hand, that is true, but there are some things in the way of actually looking and feeling put together when you get dressed. And today I want to call your attention to those so that as you are trying to look and feel more put together this season, you have the information you need to really truly recognize what's keeping you stuck with the put togetherness, and you can unwind it and you can do something different so that you actually do look and feel put together. If you're not familiar with me, I am Kristen from Kristen Kane Style. Welcome and thank you for stopping by my channel. I am a style and mindset coach, and I help women just like you create wardrobes they love wearing. And we do that by starting with your mindset. My program, Style Therapy, spans 3 months. We work together one-on-one, having weekly calls for 3 months, and we lay the foundation for you to have incredible style, for you to look put together every single time you get dressed, if that's one of your goals. We do the traditional style stuff, but if we don't start with your thoughts and your feelings and the limiting beliefs that have likely been running the show for a really long time and keeping you feeling very stuck and very frustrated when it's time to shop or get dressed or go to a special occasion or pack for a trip. If we don't start there, we don't ever create the result that you really want. I could tell you what to buy, I could tell you how to wear it, and it wouldn't change anything. It might change things short term, but it wouldn't actually create the transformation that you are hoping for and dreaming of and feeling like is just out of reach. If you would like to see if working together is a good fit, there is a link down below for my calendar for you to book your sales call. We'll hop on a Zoom and we'll chat all things style therapy and we will go from there. I only have a couple of spots left before I am fully booked and then the wait list opens. If you are ready to solve your style struggles now and you're curious about what could be going on in my thoughts and my feelings that's actually causing the problem in my closet and my wardrobe, I am your girl. I would love to help you uncover that. Looking put together. This is something that I hear every single day. I don't think I've had a client yet who hasn't at some point mentioned, I want to look more put together. That's one of my style goals, to look put together when I get dressed. There are other ways that it comes up, but looking put together or pulled together are the two phrases that I hear most often. So today, as I said quickly, I just want to share some information that could be helpful if looking put together is something that you are striving for and feel like you keep falling short, you can't figure it out, it's just not happening, or it's not happening consistently. So one of the problems with looking put together is not having a clearly defined idea of what that even is for you. And when the idea of looking put together is kind of vague and nebulous, it can be difficult to then translate it into our own wardrobe and create an outfit that actually is put together when there is this kind of large separation between this imagined idea of looking put together and what actually happens when we get dressed. So I want to give a couple of client examples because this is what I hear from my clients. And once we start to unravel it a little bit and untangle it, it's easy to see why they're not looking put together and feeling put together when they get dressed. So one client, when we talked about what is put together for her, because that's the first thing we do when we rewrite your style story, is we get clear on the thoughts behind the words you're saying and the things that you're thinking and feeling. And so this idea of put together, when I ask a client, what is that? What is put together for you? Oftentimes there's a long silent pause because they can't really articulate what put together is, because they've had it on this pedestal, this idea of one day I'm going to look put together, I'm going to figure this out, but they don't even really know what that is. Then with further coaching, one client, for instance, an outfit had a structured handbag and a scarf if it was an outfit that she considered put together. But in our coaching, she really admitted, I don't love wearing scarves and I don't love structured handbags. I like a slouchy handbag and I prefer necklaces or nothing on my neck. And so once we identified her vision that she had been carrying for decades of the fact that put together included a scarf and a structured handbag, and that isn't how she wanted to dress, she didn't like either one of those elements in her style and her outfits, we could begin to rewrite the story so that she could define put together in a new way. Because when we have this idea, whether it's from our mother who maybe always wore a scarf and a structured handbag, and we adopted this idea that those two pieces were crucial for looking put together. Or another client who it had to be monochromatic. It had to be like a matching set almost. Then she looked put together. Or for some, it's that her top has to be tucked in. She doesn't look put together if her top is untucked. None of these are actually true. They can be true or they cannot be true. There is no right or wrong answer, as I often share here, but we want to identify what is your definition of put together, and do you like that? I often ask my clients, do you like your reasons? We want you to love your reasons. This is the same thing. We want you to love your definition of put together. Because if your definition of put together doesn't include things you actually want to wear, you're never going to get there. You're never going to look and feel what you think is put together if your definition includes scarves and structured handbags and you don't like or own either one of those things. You don't have to start to wear scarves and structured handbags. You need to redefine put together. So the first thing that I do with clients who say they want to look more put together is ask them what that is. So I'm asking you, for you, what is put together? If that's something you want in your style, how will you know when you're put together? If the things that come up are things that aren't in your wardrobe and you don't want them in your wardrobe, like for this client of mine, put together was the scarf and the handbag. She doesn't want to wear that. So then we need to look at, okay, let's rewrite your definition of put together. What is put together for you? Okay, well, put together for me is a beautiful soft sweater and a pair of wide leg trousers. Okay, great. Now we can start to work with that. We can look at what's in your closet that would allow you to make an outfit that looks and feels put together. We can go shopping for the new pieces you might need to make the outfit that is the new version of put together. But if your version of put together in your brain that you have been cycling around for many, many years is not actually something you want to wear, you will never look and feel put together when you get dressed. Same thing with tucking things in. If you don't love tucking things in, but some part of your brain says, well, that's required for looking put together, otherwise I look sloppy. These are the kinds of thoughts and limiting beliefs that we uncover inside style therapy. We really look at what is your brain offering? Her brain was offering that she had to have her shirt tucked in order to look put together. Possibly because many years ago, a teacher or a boss or a parent said, you look a mess. You look so sloppy. Tuck in your shirt. That one tiny little sentence can dictate what put together is for that person, even if that doesn't matter to her at this stage in her life. So part of style therapy is giving permission. There is the permission principle inside. We work on you deciding what you want to look and feel like when you get dressed. And so this idea of put together, challenge it. What is put together for you? Define it. Get really clear on how will I know when I'm put together? And if put together include the vision you've had in the past and have carried for a while, if that includes pieces or colors or shapes or fabrics that you have no interest in wearing, put together includes a structured blazer. What if you don't like structured blazers? You're never going to feel put together. So you need to recalibrate and you need to redefine what put together is for you and make it work with your incredible authentic style so that it feels aligned when you get dressed and you don't tuck in your top, or when you get dressed and you don't have a structured handbag or blazer or scarf. There is no wrong answer. There is no one definition of put together. Yes, if we looked in the dictionary, there is a definition of put together, but you get to decide what your version of put together is. So put together to me is just intentional. You've spent a little bit of time and a little bit of effort either way before so that all your pieces work together and it's truly autopilot and effortless when you get dressed, which is really what I strive for. Or you put the effort in on that morning to make sure that you're choosing intentional pieces that you love how they go together, you love how they feel on your body, and they represent the version of you want to show up as that day. It doesn't matter what your definition is of put together. If I had 10 women in front of me, they will all have different definitions of put together. They will have different definitions of what they've been thinking it is. And when they rewrite them to really align with who they are today, those definitions will be different as well. There might be some overlap, but most women, what they've been carrying around is some old story, some limiting belief that somewhere they picked up along the way and their brain has just been recycling that. And then when they don't dress that way, they're never going to succeed. They're always going to be wrong because without the scarf and the structured handbag, in the case of that client, I can't ever look put together. But they don't identify that if they're not doing the mindset work, which is exactly why that is a core part of style therapy. You can't develop style self-trust if you're lugging around all this baggage and all these limiting beliefs that aren't serving you and are just keeping you stuck. So once you see, oh, I keep buying scarves and structured handbags thinking that's going to make me look put together because my definition of put together includes those, but I actually don't even like wearing them. They don't fit my vibe or my style or my lifestyle at all. Then you can stop buying those pieces, you can clean them out of your closet, and you can redefine what put together is for you and start incorporating those pieces into your wardrobe and using what you already have that supports that look. And then put together is easy. There's no drama to looking put together. It's automatic once your definition of looking put together is aligned with actually how you want to look and feel when you get dressed. So I told you that was going to be short and sweet because while I could go on and on about put together, I think that you get the point. Get really clear on what is your definition currently of put together. What have you been making the put together kind of formula? And do you like that? Do you like that formula? Do you want to dress that way? Or can you revamp your idea? You definitely can. I do this work with my clients every single day. Can you rewrite and revamp your idea of put together so that it supports who you are and how you want to show up when you get dressed? There is no right or wrong answer. Some women's put together will include a scarf and a handbag. Some will include a tucked in blouse. Some will not. Some will be a dress and tights and heels. There is no right answer. You want to define put together so that it fits into your world and then build your wardrobe and your style from there to align with it. If what I share here resonates and has you nodding along and thinking, oh my goodness, yes, I can see how that's been happening in my world, I invite you inside Style Therapy. I have a couple of spots left and then I am fully booked. The waitlist will open. If you are interested, don't wait. We get started right away. We dive deep the very first call and you will begin to see how unraveling your old style story and redefining put together will actually create the awareness and begin to grow the foundation of style self-trust so that you can get dressed with ease and always look and feel put together. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting my work. I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll be back next week with a new video.